Okay, where do I start? All right, so I've been talking to a lot of people all morning about various different things, helping people with their businesses and whatnot. And there's some things that I noticed and that I had to share with you, because if I share this stuff with you, you will be ahead of the curve. You will be more successful than most people out there if you simply just take what I say in this video and run with it, right? Now, I had a young lady that I was talking to, right? And I was asking her some questions. I was asking her basically, how long will it take for you to make a sale before you basically give up on yourself, right? And you know what she told me? She told me was that if I don't make a sale within 1 to 2 days, I'm quitting, right? I'm canceling my membership and I'm running back to my job or doing whatever I hated so much about my situation, right? And I thought that was interesting enough to actually talk about it, right? And give a better perspective on online business, just to save us all the trouble and the heartache of dealing with people who may not have the right mentality for entrepreneurship, may not have the right mentality for creating their own income, being in business for themselves. Now, granted, like I always say, if you have the microwave mentality where if it's only a couple days before you make a sale and you're gonna give up on your dream, quit on yourself, throw in the towel, then odds are working a 9-to-5 job is better for you, right? That's just the truth. The odds are working a 9-to-5 job is better for you. It's better to just clock in, work 8 hours a day and get paid, because you don't have to worry about having to work for your income, right? Entrepreneurship requires that you work for your income, right? It doesn't go by a time situation. That's why I like to ask that question, how much time? Because I know in the back of my mind, it doesn't go by time. Success has nothing to do with time. What success has to do with is the effort, the service that you're providing to people. That's what success has to do with. That's what making money has to do with. I mean, the job system has made us believe that it has to do with time, but money and time are totally two separate entities. And to be honest with you, time is more important than money. Why? Because I can never get my time back, right? I can never get back the last 10 minutes. I can never get that back, but there will always be money on this earth, right? Even long after I'm gone, long after everybody's gone, there's still gonna be money on this earth, a piece of paper that puts a certain type of value on it. Now, if you have that mentality of you need to have a sale within 1 to 2 days, and then you're gonna quit on yourself if you don't get a sale and stuff like that, you have a totally twisted mindset for business. You have a totally twisted mindset for entrepreneurship. And I'm gonna give you the reasons why. If you lived your whole entire life clocking in, clocking out to make your money, you've been trading your time for money your whole entire life, and then all of a sudden you want to change that, you want to become financially free, you want to be able to quit your job, you want to be able to fire your boss and travel the world and do more fun stuff, do you really think it's gonna take 1 to 2 business days to do that? I mean, let's just be honest. Let's be real with ourselves. Let's be honest and real with ourselves. If our whole life we've been broke, we've been working for somebody else, right? We've been clocking in and clocking out to make paycheck, and then we finally want to do something different to change that situation. Do you honestly think it's gonna take a couple hours or even a week to become financially free or be able to quit your job? It's not. It's not a realistic way to view anything. It's not a realistic way to view business. It's not a realistic way to view relationships. It's not a realistic way to view life. Just being real with you, whenever you have that microwave mentality of instant results, those are the people who usually result to selling drugs. Those are the people who usually result to stealing from people for their money. Those are the people usually who resort to doing things that risk their freedom. Isn't that ironic? People do things risking their freedom, thinking that they're getting more freedom. But no, when you end up in jail, it's never ever worth it, right? When you end up incarcerated or whatever situation, and we all make mistakes in our life, right? This isn't about people making mistakes. That's perfectly fine. But you have to realize that the very reason why you're not where you want to be and not experiencing the success you want to have is because you keep quitting on yourself every single time you start something new. That's just the truth of the matter. If every time you start something new, you're ready to quit on yourself, you're not focused on learning, you're not focused on absorbing more information. Just think about it. If it's something new to you, you have to give yourself time to learn, you have to give yourself time to educate yourself, you have to give yourself time to grow. And I don't care who your sponsor is. I don't care if I'm your sponsor, I don't care if some 7-figure millionaire is your mentor, I don't care who's your sponsor, who's your mentor. At the end of the day, the mentor and the sponsor can't want success for you more than you want success for you. I'm gonna say that again. Your mentor, your sponsor in your business cannot want success for you more than you want success for you. And I'm telling you right now, when I first got started in business, I signed up with somebody who I didn't even know. I didn't even reach out to them before I paid. I paid immediately. Why? Because my mindset was, I don't care who my sponsor is. I don't care if my sponsor is Bigfoot. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna do what I need to do to have success. Why? Because I have the internet. And at the end of the day, I knew this. If I have Google, if I have YouTube, if I have all of these technological advanced stuff, right, where I can get access to any information I want, I can learn how to do and execute whatever it is I want to do. And because I knew that when I first got started in business, it didn't matter who my sponsor was. It didn't even matter who my mentor was, to be honest with you, because I knew that I was willing to learn. Right? And when you have this mentality that, you know, somebody else's responsibility for your success, when you have that mentality, you give somebody else the power. You don't have the power. Every single night, to get to this point, every single night, you know what I would do? Research how to do this, how to do that, learn how to do this, how to do that, learn how to do this, how to do that, how to make a capture page, how to build a website, how to shoot videos, how to upload videos, how to rank my videos, how to market, how to promote, how to send out emails. I researched that stuff. Why? Because it's only a couple keys on the keyboard away. If I could get access to all that information and I can learn, then why am I blaming anybody for my lack of success or my success thereof, right? So for the people who have the 1 to 2 days mentality, or within even 30, if you give up on your dreams even in 30 days, there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you. And the reason why is because, I'm gonna put it to you like this. You went from kindergarten, right, all the way up to 12th grade before you got into college, right? Kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, right? Okay, that's 6 years. 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade. That's another, what, 4 years? Okay, 10 years already you've been in school, right? 10 years already in school. 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade. That's already 13 years of schooling before you even go to college. 13 years of schooling before you even go to college. You haven't even set foot at a job yet. You had made zero income up to 12th grade. Zero income, zero. And then what does mommy and daddy tell you, right? Mommy and daddy says to you, go to school, right? Why does mommy and daddy tell you to go to school? Because they know when you go to school, you get educated, right? And when you go to college, right, you get educated. And also not only that, you know what it is that you're gonna learn so that you can have a good job after you get out of college, right? Isn't that how life goes? Mommy and daddy says go to school, go to college so that you can have options, right? They tell you so you can get educated and have options on picking a good job. That's what mommy and daddy tells you, right? So listen, so think about what I just said. 13 years before you even get into college. 13 years of schooling, training, education, learning, growing before you even got into college. And then here you are in college to do another 4 to 8 years, right? Depending on your profession. You have to do another 4 to 8 years before you actually step foot to get started on your career. Think about that. So literally, it was about a total of 20 years, let's just say on average, of schooling and learning that you're gonna get before you even earn a dime in your career. That's going the route that everybody else is going, right? That's doing what the rest of the world is doing. So if it took you 20 years to make even a dime, even in the regular world, right? Working for somebody else, took you 20 years of learning, of schooling, of education, 20 years before you even actually got hired. What the hell makes you think you're just gonna get started online and in 2 days become rich? What the hell makes you think you're just gonna get started online and in 2 days make your first sale automatically? Does it happen to people? Yes, of course. Of course people get started online and within their first 24 hours they make money. Is it a normal thing? No, it's not a normal thing. Does it happen? Yes, it happens. Is it possible? Of course it's possible. Is it a normal thing? No. Why is it not a normal thing? Well, I just told you, we go to school for 20 years on average before we even earn an income working at a job for our career. So once again, if it took you 20 years to learn what you needed to learn, to live like everybody else, what makes you think you're just gonna get started in business and just like that, you're gonna know everything that you need to do to make sales, that you need to do to make your first $1,000 a day, whatever you need to do to make your first 6 figures. What makes you think that? If your whole life you've been working a job, you've never been your own boss, you've never ran a business before, you've never been an entrepreneur before, you never knew what it felt like to work for yourself, you never knew what it felt like to promote and market and do these different things, yes, it's gonna allow you to change your life, but you've never done this before. What makes you think you would be a pro at it immediately? How? I'm asking the trees. How How can you be a pro immediately? How? Your whole life you've been working for a job, you've been just going to school. How can you step foot into entrepreneurship and expect to be a pro? How? Do the leaves know? Does my roof know? Does the grass know? I don't know. How? Even riding a bike, right? It took me about a month or maybe even 2 months. I don't remember exactly. It was so long ago. It took me a while to even learn how to ride a bike. To even step foot on a bike that's so simple to ride it, balance myself, that took time to learn. So why when it comes to business, online business, when it's something totally foreign, totally new to us, we don't allow ourselves that same time to learn? We don't allow ourselves that same time to grow. Right? Why is that? And then once you learn, that's only half the battle. Just learning is half the battle. The next part is actually applying everything that you've learned. You're not actually going to see changes in your business until you start applying what you've learned, period. Right? You could learn all this information, but if you're not actually applying it to your life and your business, you're not going to see result. So if I just said we go 20 years to start on a career of learning, of getting educated, learning new things, what makes you think that instantly, as soon as you get started in business, you're supposed to be making sales right out the door? What makes you think that? You've never been trained to be an entrepreneur. You've never been trained to be an online business. That's why it's so important to stay plugged into our group every day. That's why it's so important to follow the 8 core commitments of our team, because they're there for you to help you have success. Does it mean instant, immediate success? No. And if you're expecting instant, immediate success, I don't want you on this team. We don't want you a part of this movement. We're looking for winners. We're looking for people who understand the long nights, the late nights, early mornings. We're looking for the people who understand they may have to work 10-hour days to get the results they want. We're looking for people who understand that they're going to have to be willing to do something different to become something different. In order to become something different, you have to be willing to do something different. Right? I can't become something different if I'm not willing to do something different. If all I'm willing to do is what I've been doing, I'm going to keep getting the same results. Think about it. If all I'm willing to do is what I've been doing to get the results I don't like in my life right now. Let's just say I'm working a job. I'm tired of my situation. I hate it. But all I'm willing to do is work for my money, like the same way I'm working at a job. I'm going to stay in that position for the rest of my life. Nothing is going to change until I'm ready to become something different by being willing to do something different. Right? So I don't understand where this mentality comes from. I guess it's the workers' mentality, because people are guaranteed a paycheck at the end of the week. They feel like it should be the same in business, but I'm letting you know right now, it's not the same in business. It's not the same as business. Your job goes by a time scale. It has nothing to do with your productivity. It has nothing to do with your effort. It has barely anything to do with your skill set. It goes by a time thing. That's what it goes by. Well, let me not say that. If you're a doctor, I'm sure you wouldn't want a surgeon working on you who've never been to school for surgery, right? I mean, let's just be honest. But at your job, right, you're trading in your time for the dollars. That's what you're doing. In entrepreneurship, online business, the purpose of getting in it is because you don't want to trade your time for dollars anymore. That's why. That takes time to learn how to do, because you've never done it. You've never earned money in profits instead of wages. So why, when you come online and you're finally able to start earning money based on profits and not wages, why won't you allow yourself that time to grow? Why? It's a simple question. I just got why. Why do you not treat it and view it the same way how you view anything else you're trying to learn how to do? Riding a bike takes time. Getting into your career takes 20 plus years. We just went over that. What makes you think that in online business, that's not going to be, you're not going to need time to grow and learn and educate yourself? You expect to be a pro immediately like me? If you're expecting that, you don't have the right mentality. You don't have the right perspectives on life and business and growing. And that's why you keep having to rebuild. You keep having to restart. You never actually have anything that's fully grown, is because you keep quitting every time you start. So 300 to Freedom, we got to start changing our mentality. We got to start improving our perspectives that empower us, make us more empowered, have perspectives that allow us to win. We don't want to be no wimps. We don't want to be no crybabies, no whiners and bitchers and complainers. That's not what we are. We're here to win, and that takes time to win, but it's okay. We're willing to take the time to learn, to grow, to win. Why? Because in order to free 100 people from their 9-to-5 jobs, helping them to become 6-figure earners, we can't be weak. We can't be weak. We got to be strong, guys. So I love you. Go out there, go crush it, promote, market, do all that good shit. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.